I'm realizing you go through a number of firsts when you lose someone who you've spent your whole life with, and today was the first Notre Dame game that that happened without my father, and he was like a lifelong fan, and made me a lifelong fan. So because of that, and because it's a current event, I wrote something, and I've been journaling about the loss of my father since it happened in February. But I figured I would share this one since it's an event, right? So at a later date it doesn't seem the same. So I'm just going to read what I wrote, and then I'll have that. Dad, you'd be happy tonight. Notre Dame began its football season by battling on the road to beat Texas A&M. I can't imagine how many calls we would have exchanged because it wasn't easy. It was even tied with 2 minutes left. Because I felt I was watching it for you, this is probably the most I've watched a game without you sitting with me in a number of years. I'm just glad we have Marcus Freeman to watch coach now, because I had so many issues with the character of Brian Kelly that I'm not sure I could have endured tonight, even honoring you, if Coach Freeman wasn't on the sidelines. Of course he lives football, as he must on that level, but you can tell that he cares about the players and what they represent. Riley Leonard is tough, and because of his injury-plagued offseason, there would have been many moments of confused yelling at the TV by you. They just weren't clicking. You would have also been furious about all the penalties spoiling big plays, but you always worried about the line of scrimmage and holes in the secondary, and you have no worries. The line did not get moved back on any plays I saw, and the secondary was the best part of Notre Dame tonight. They forced a couple interceptions, and they wrapped up any completions quickly. Though they struggled most of the night, the offense was balanced, and there were no questionable play calls. Price and Love, their two main running backs, broke a TD each and were over 5 yards per carry. They have a number of weapons because seasoned college vets want to play for Coach Freeman. Based on predictions, this was the toughest anticipated game, and there's a decent chance for the playoffs, but it's a long season. I just think that Coach Freeman has everything that fits his vision around him, and he is trusting his players and his instincts. That's huge for him, because I didn't see the same confidence when we watched him last year. Coming out of halftime, he went for it on 4th and 1 on his own 34. Never would have done that last year. But he sent the message that they were taking measures to defeat their opponent rather than waiting for the next opportunity. I'm glad to be putting in this time to write, but I so wish I could have called you like we have done for most of my adult life, unless we were watching together. I wish we could realize that one of our televisions was ahead of the other, so that all our reactions are confusing and disjointed because of the 20-second difference. I wish I could have delayed my first Notre Dame game without you for some time down the road, but I couldn't. So I just have my love, my words, and the hope that heaven has a special recliner for Irish fans.